I'm Sheila Matthews, your human digital sidekick, keeping you plugged in and up to date with the latest online trends, the juice of the entertainment world, and the top stories affecting our lives. We watch the timelines all day so you don't have to. Today we have a fantastic lineup for you. We're diving into Women's History Month and the SEC Championship game with our special guest Bianca Peart, LeBron's coaching skills, Jalen and Draya having a baby, and Russell Wilson getting the good old boot with up-and-coming raptress Chey. But first, let's jump into the latest headlines on the timeline. Joining us today for the Who's Logged In segment is Bianca Peart. Bianca, welcome to the show, girl.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited that you're here with us and the Logged In family. So let's dive into Women's History Month, the significance of Women's History Month, and the excitement of the SEC Championship game.
Yes, there's a lot to log in on.
So Bianca, as we celebrate Women's History Month, we reflect on the achievements and the contributions of women throughout history. It's a time to honor the remarkable women who have paved the way for future generations. So what comes to mind for you when you think of the importance of Women's History Month?
So much. I mean, when I think of Women's History Month, I think it's a reminder of the gift that keeps on giving. We literally give life, right? We literally are, it's like a treasure chest. We have so many jewels, so many gems. And when I think of Women's History Month, it's a way to reflect on so much we've come from, the resilience, the strength that we have in present day and the hope that we have for future. Quickly from a sports perspective, Althea Gibson is the first Black tennis player to win a Grand Slam, also the first Black person to, play in golf. She kind of paved the way for Serena and Venus Williams, right? And Serena and Venus have made an indelible mark in tennis, sport, just life in general, which paved the way for Naomi Osaka, for her to have the courage to pause her career at the peak of her career, to focus on mental health. And then you have Coco Gauff, who had the courage to rightfully challenge the umpire during the US Open Championship match. So for me, it's just a moment to remind us that we are the gift that keeps on giving, and while it's a month, we do this every day.
I love it. Well said. And yes, history lesson during Women's History Month, because we have to pave the way and just honor these beautiful women who have paved the way for us to be here now.
Literally be here, yes.
So speaking of the now, we gotta address the recent SEC Championship game drama involving South Carolina and LSU. During a tense moment in the game, a scuffle erupted on the court, resulting in player ejections and a temporary halt in the game. We have the clip, of course, so let's go see it.
With blood on her lip, let's see what just happened again. Flau'jae Johnson holds on to Mylasia Fulwiley. And then Flau'jae pushes Watkins. That's when Cardoso comes up and pushes Flau'jae down. Somebody jumped over the scorer's table from the stands.
Okay, before we go further, let's watch a clip of Kim Mulkey's thoughts on what occurred.
I wish she would have pushed Angel Reese. Don't push a kid. You 6'8", don't push somebody that little. That was uncalled for, in my opinion. Let those two girls that were jawing, let them go at it.
Okay, Kim, but when it comes to protecting your teammates, do you think size matters?
I mean, theoretically, yes, but in reality, your emotions are so at an all-time high. It's a championship game. You have 2 minutes left. You're so close to winning. Anything can happen. So, size short, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, when you're in a high-stress situation, your logic trumps everything. So.
Yeah, it's when you're in the moment. It was giving Kim was like, go get your sister, go get your older sister, and fight. But it just, when you're in the moment, to your point, emotions can run high. And things like that can happen. So I also am curious, do you think this incident underscores the importance of sportsmanship and maintaining composure in competitive environments?
I think being an athlete playing sports, things happen, we're human, right? And what I loved about, Flau'jae Johnson was, I think we could arguably say kind of started the scuffle. Immediately after the game, she went to the opposite coach, Dawn Staley, to apologize, so she had a moment to step back and be like, wait a second, I didn't mean to do all this. So for her to, have that moment to reflect and bring that logic back in, that was great. And again, this is just like the beginning of women's sports. LSU and USC have been highlighted for the past 2 years. So this is just great, despite the circumstance, great to showcase the women's sport and the great sport of basketball. So I'm just glad that Flau'jae had the, courage to apologize immediately. And Dawn Staley too, as a coach, was like, I apologize, and yeah.
Absolutely. I'm like, we have to give Flau'jae, we have to get Dawn Staley their flowers, because what class acts were those responses to that situation? But I do hate to compare the two, but men have had instances like this for years. I think it's safe to say we all remember this.
Ben to the rack, lays it up, no, but we do have the whistle and foul. Ben just went after our test.
Oh, that's not
we
good.
got trouble right here in the Motor City. We got big trouble here in the Motor City.
That's not good for Ben. And Derek Coleman has left the bench. That's going to be a suspension.
The Indiana broadcast.
And Ben Wallace has threw something at him again. There goes Ben Wallace again.
There goes our test up into the crowd. He's absolutely out of his mind. And Steven Jackson slugging people in the crowd here.
The whole Indiana team is in the crowd.
And now the Pistons are coming over.
Yes, and I think, perhaps that was influence for Ron Artest to legally change his name to Meta World Peace. Some growth, right?
Yeah, growth is how we'll leave that one, right? And in a recent tweet, Angel Reese stated that she stands with her teammates. Instead of going low, we see she decided to go level. So Bianca, before we lose you, what are your plans to celebrate yourself and other women this month?
Wow, Women's History Month, I think it's often hard for us to celebrate ourselves, so I'm leaning in on that. I'm on a fruit fast. I'm on day 5 out of 7. I'm a way to detox the body, the mind, and everything. So that's something I'm doing personally. For me, for helping others, whenever I have an opportunity like this, I like to bring my friends along, my women friends. I have my girl Ash here, capturing behind the scenes. And I had a beautiful time going to Puerto Rico last week to cover a surfing competition. Over 200 surfers, 50 nations, trying to qualify for the Olympics. And I made it a priority to interview all female surfers to amplify their stories. So yes.
I love that so much. And to your point, we have to use our gifts and our talents in amplifying stories about women and for women and that are aimed to women, involving women. That's how we can play our part. And I'm so happy to hear that that's what you did last week. Bianca, thank you so much for joining me. But before you go, let the Logged In family know where they can find you on social media.
Okay, Sheila, you can find me on social media at my name, Bianca Peart. My last name is spelled P-E-A-R-T. That's where I'm at, Bianca Peart everywhere. I have a newsletter you can subscribe to, a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. So I'm excited for you all to connect and stay logged in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Sheila.
Welcome to the Digital Scoreboard segment, where we zoom in on the game changers and pivotal moments in sports. Today, we're spotlighting an interesting development involving none other than LeBron James. Known for his basketball IQ and leadership on the court, LeBron recently showcased potential that has the sports world buzzing: his coaching skills. He was seen advising teammate D'Angelo Russell during a crucial timeout. Let's go to the clip.
He'll have the ball. Yeah. He better have the ball. And again, run what's been the most successful for him.
They want to get it somehow to D'Lo, and they do. Plenty of time right now. Shot clock is off. Lakers down by 1. 122-121. D'Lo working on a Laker. High. On its way. Got it again. D'Angelo Russell
LeBron, with his wealth of experience and understanding of the game, instructed Russell to take the game-winning buzzer beater shot, and guess what? Russell delivered. This moment was way more than just a play. It was a testament to LeBron's ability to read the game and mentor his teammates. His court vision and basketball wisdom translated into a strategic move that secured the win for the Lakers. It prompts the question, should LeBron consider a dual role as a player coach? His ability to lead, strategize, and inspire is evident, but taking on such a role would be unprecedented in modern NBA history. LeBron has always been a leader on the court, known for his basketball acumen and ability to elevate the play of those around him. But this incident highlights his potential to influence the game not just as a player, but as a tactical leader. The idea of LeBron coaching the Lakers, even while playing, brings an exciting dynamic to the table. It harks back to the days of Bill Russell, who successfully managed the dual role of player coach for the Boston Celtics in the 1960s. So, what do you think? Could LeBron redefine the modern NBA by embracing a player coach role? His leadership qualities and basketball intelligence certainly make it seem possible. It's a fascinating scenario that adds another layer to the legacy of one of basketball's all-time greats. That's our digital scoreboard segment for today. LeBron James always rewriting the script and proving why he's not just a player, but a basketball savant capable of leading in more ways than one. Now let's shift gears to something that's been buzzing all over the screens. We're diving into the spamming screen segment where we dissect what's stirring up the internet. So today it's all about Jalen Green of the Houston Rockets and Draya Michelle. The streets are talking because rumor has it Draya is pregnant by Jalen, and this news has sparked quite the conversation due to their significant age difference. First off, let's break down who these two are. Jalen Green, a rising star in the NBA, known for his explosive gameplay and sharp shooting skills, is making headlines off the court as well. Draya Michelle, on the other hand, is a model and actress with a substantial following, known for her role in the reality TV space and her entrepreneurial ventures. Now, why is this such a big deal? Age differences in relationships are not uncommon in the celebrity world, but when it involves high-profile figures like these two, it inevitably draws public attention and commentary. The dynamics of their relationship are under scrutiny, with fans and critics alike weighing in on social media platforms, debating the implications of their age gap and what this means for both of their careers and public images. But not everyone is shocked, as his friend, basketball player Kyle Kuz, tweeted this. "It's up, family, at Jalen, at Draya Michelle." Furthermore, the news of the pregnancy adds another layer to the narrative. It's not just about two celebrities dating, it's about them potentially starting a family together, which brings into play discussions about responsibility, lifestyle changes, and how this will affect Jalen's growing NBA career and Draya's business endeavors. So let's consider the implications here. For Jalen, balancing a high-pressure career in professional sports with impending fatherhood will be a test of his maturity and focus. For Draya, who's been in the limelight and dealt with public scrutiny before, this adds a new chapter to her public persona and how she navigates her business and personal life under increased observation. So, what are your thoughts on this? Does the age gap really matter, or is it just another case of celebrities living their lives under the public eye? How will this news impact their careers and their public standing? I don't know, it's a spicy topic, but we're here to watch it all unfold. So that's it for Spamming Screens segment today. We've peeled back the layers of this trending topic, giving you the scoop to keep you in the loop. For our Logged Out segment, we're thrilled to have an upcoming star in the music world, Chey. Welcome to the show, girl.
Thank you for having me.
Of course,
Sheila.
I'm so excited that you're here. And Chey, you've been creating so much buzz with your music, so we have to dive into your passion. What is your approach when approaching music?
Basically just to be myself. My main goal is to just show people my personality. So I want to express that through my music. I'm a person who comes from a line of music. I love music. So I just want to make people feel good. So if I feel good when I'm making it, when I'm writing it, when I'm recording it, then I know people are going to feel good hearing it.
Absolutely. We love to hear that. It's all about feelings. And like you said, you come from a long line of music. As some of you may know, some of you will learn, Method Man, the hip hop legend, is your father.
Yes.
So
definitely.
I'm really curious about how do you balance that inspiration of growing up in a hip hop household and how that's played into you as an artist today?
Oh, wow. How do I balance it? It's kind of like a crazy thing because I know it's not like a normal thing. So I balance it by, we're very family oriented. So like my family is very tight. So we balance it by just having like family outings and just being together and knowing that like we're safe at home. And growing up with that and how it affected, I wouldn't say affected, but it played into my music career because just coming from a long line of music, being around music my whole life, I started out making music videos like when I was 2 years old, I think, with my brother. So just having that and having my dad there and going to concerts and different things, I fell in love with music and I fell in love with just the art of it all and seeing everything play out. So I feel like that is what's really driving me as well.
Yeah, and like, look, we all know Method Man and all the amazing music he's given us.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, what is like your first memory where you're like, oh snap, my dad is Method Man?
I feel like, oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So this is funny. He was in Alicia Keys' video, If I Ain't Got You. And in the video, he actually got arrested. And I think the video came out, I had to be, I would say about 6 years old. And I cried like there was no other day. I cried so hard, like it was real. And my mom was like, it's fake. Like he'll be home in a second. Like it's okay. And I just didn't understand. So for a long time, my family, they couldn't play that song in front of me. I couldn't watch the video.
Oh my gosh.
Just because as soon as the first piano note came, it's over.
You're like, it's over.
Yeah. So another way was when we were watching Venom. He was in Venom and he got killed in the movie. And I'm sitting next to him, but I'm bawling tears like. And I'm like, I need to connect this at some point. I need to get over the fact that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like those moments really played a part in me like, hey, like this guy might be doing something over here.
He might be on to something.
He might be
right?
on to something.
Well, it's so incredible to see you as a standalone artist and how you've developed your own style. So now, switching to sports just for a bit, Russell Wilson's recent move from the Broncos to the Steelers was quite a headline grabber. And as someone in the limelight yourself, how do you view the concept of resilience and making a comeback, especially in the eye of public scrutiny?
Oh, wow. I honestly feel like if you just stay true to yourself and you just, I feel like he has a good family around him. He's a good family man. He has a good support system. I feel like you can just reach for the stars. I feel like they are what is helping him get to where he is now. So I feel like that's really good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Family first, family is key. And in Russell's situation, it's a powerful example of sports and the sports world and how unpredictable in nature it can be.
Yes, oh man.
So what do you think this says about the importance of ability and staying ready for whatever comes next?
Ooh, yeah, life is unpredictable. So I feel like if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. It's just like, be ready for big blessings and be ready for good things to happen because they usually always happen to good people.
Come on, y'all. Chey just dropping some gems on us today. We love it. And bouncing back from setbacks, whether it's in music, sports, or really any profession, it really shows the strength of character. So I want to know from you, how do you prepare mentally and emotionally for the ups and downs, especially in the industry that you're in?
Ooh, honestly, my number one thing is I talk to God about a lot of things. I just feel like most of the time I could just give my stresses away and I'll be okay. I'll talk to my parents. Like I said, that's why Russell has that support system, because having a good support system is really necessary. Just to have somebody to talk to, just to let it out. And yeah, just staying yourself, staying authentic, and just not trying to get by, but doing your best to make yourself known in this world.
Absolutely. I love that. It's so inspiring what you're saying, putting God first, staying true to yourself, and having that support system. And y'all, don't forget, family can be chosen as well. So find your tribe and stick close to them. Chey, thank you so much for joining me today. Let the Logged In family know where they can find you on social media.
You guys can find me on Instagram at I'm Chey, IMCHEY 2_, and everywhere else, Chey Music.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Sheila Matthews, and this has been another amazing episode of Logged In, where we bring you the latest online trends, the juice of the entertainment world, and the top stories affecting our lives. Listen, I hope you're enjoying the show as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. So be sure to subscribe, turn on your post notifications, do what you gotta do to never miss a chance to log in with us. A special thank you for coming by today's guests, Bianca Peart and Chey. We'll see you next week at the same time, in the same location, for the same downloading of your timeline.
Log out.